All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proving ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed. It was the charisma. It was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's going to look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, set to fight Khabib, the Eagle Nurmagomedov. Our tale of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. And now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Bruce the Dragon
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. I can barely hear myself think in this arena tonight. A fight that has been in our dreams now becomes reality. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus the great Bruce Lee.
It's unbelievable that we finally get Khabib versus Bruce Lee. How does Bruce Lee keep this fight standing? How does Bruce Lee keep Khabib Nurmagomedov off of his legs? We know that he has the movement. We know that he has the ability, but how does he implement that into a mixed martial arts fight against one of the greatest fighters of all time?
Oh, and there's a takedown attempt, DC. Not a great one. Might as well tell your opponent you're shooting, huh?
Yeah.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Posture up and finish it.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
Big ground and pound.
Nice positional control here. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Constantly a moving target. Lee's in half guard.
Oh, right to the mount.
Looks like a potential submission attempt here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands.
He's got to be careful here.
– 15 seconds remain in the round.
Great shot from the top position.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, there's the horn. The round is over. He stunned his opponent there. Clearly, big round from Lee.
This fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown. The only reason...
All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two. Accuracy win right there. His opponent's wobble chin.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Oh, he lands a huge knee to the body. Oh, big left hand there.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Back and forth we go here. Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here, and starting to find himself in the pocket. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, man, hate to be hit with one of those knees to the body. Spinning bullet fist. Oh, nice straight punch there by Nurmagomedov.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
All right, he's been very clean with his hooks on the feet here tonight, and it's the way he set it up that has really impressed you.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Oh, and now a big left hand. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Immediately gets the underhook. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Round 3 next. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Ready, fight. Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. That's a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Well, he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here.
Oh, great entry. That was nice.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Nurmagomedov.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently. In the half guard.
Nurmagomedov's back in full mount. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Nurmagomedov's trying to get a triangle here.
That submission looks tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Oh, he reversed position there on the ground, and he's now in the dominant position. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Relentless pressure from the top by Nurmagomedov. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting them up now.
He does a great job getting out of that clinch position.
Nurmagomedov gets the double leg takedown. Nothing telegraphed about that shot. Well done. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Oh, right into mount. Oh, watch the arm here.
Looks like a pretty good attempt here. Wow, he's out. The fight's gonna continue.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over. Great ground and pound by this man.
Fighter able to reverse position on the ground and gain a dominant position. Nicely done.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
It's okay. Deep breath. Slow that heart rate down. You're fine. All right, we got to protect that body more. You're letting him get in.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
Ready, fight. Ready. Let's do it.
4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The 4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3.
He's effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
huge straight punch.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You gotta be careful here. You gotta move.
Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Just over 3 minutes to go. There's the jab. Now another for good measure. Nice job there by Lee.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look at him to flare on his opponent by pulling the head down.
That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Win the scramble! Win the scramble!
This is a terrible position.
Nicely done. Working out of the half guard here. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut.
And now he's got the back. Well, on paper, it looked like a grappling advantage for him coming in, and largely, DC, that's the way it's played out. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's got it all going, J.A. This is a dream for him. The takedown early, the ground control, really starting to wear at the gas tank of his... And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, 60 seconds between rounds. That gives us a chance to look at some of the replays from that previous round, including some of the damage sustained on his nose.
Yeah, it was a nice shot that landed, that opened up that cut on the nose. Granted, any cut is bad, but this one is in a spot where it shouldn't affect him too much. What we have to watch, though, John, is if the nose is broken.
Right.
Then it's hard for him to breathe.
Yeah, get the blood in that nasal cavity, potentially trickles down the throat a little bit. I mean, fighting just sounds like a really fun career. Let's get to the next round.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, nice block.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't.
He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad. Nice level change.
3 minutes now to go to decide this one.
Getting them out here. Nice sub attempt. Oh, that sub is tight.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Oh, wow.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Oh, nice.
Lee's pass is denied. Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back. Continuing to work out of the half guard. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Attempting a choke now. Oh, that guillotine choke is tight.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
30 seconds now to go in the fight. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter is
Back and forth action right until the final horn. That one's gonna hold up in the fight of the year conversation. All right, so the fight goes the championship distance, and you may want to get the black and gold colors out. We're getting a new champion tonight. He turned in a beautiful striking display tonight.
This is one of the best performances that we have seen from a challenger in a really long time. He relied on the striking. He understood that that's where he had the advantage. He used all of his advantages, and I feel like we will hear and new very shortly.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so judges' scorecards needed. Not often the case when Khabib Nurmagomedov competes, but he gets it done by decision and keeps that O in the loss column.
And if you want to win a decision, you want it to look like this. You want it to look dominant.